So Zerafina, when it comes to performing, I mean, I know I struggle with stage fright a lot, and people will probably be surprised at hearing me say that, but I was actually really nervous about today. You know, stage fright is something really, really real, and I think it's something that really hinders us. What do you have, what are some tips, Zerafina, do you think, to actually, you know, get past that obstacle of stage fright so that we can actually get up on a stage and be who we were created to be?
I think one of the things, so I deal with a lot with this, particularly for beginner singers, and I feel like I'm getting old and crusty about it because because part of me thinks you've got it all wrong because you think it's all about you. And if you think it's all about you, I mean, because if you think of the definition of self-consciousness is being conscious of yourself. But if you get out of your own way and you get over yourself a little bit and kind of go, look, it's actually about my audience. It's about the people that I'm communicating with. And I have a job. And it sounds very unromantic and uncreative, but your job is to help to communicate a song to other people. And your job as a singer is to help facilitate an emotional expression. So if you're singing a song about heartbreak, it's all about your audience. It's all about implicitly asking that question, do you know what this feels like? And then your responsibility is to prepare as much of the things that you can prepare that will help you be more confident and will help you tell that story of the song. And to get out of your own way of saying, look, it's all about me and everybody's looking at me. And rather than that, see yourself as one of the audience that you are trying to help. It's your job to help facilitate their experience of that song and help them find a way in too. So it's not all about you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I found that a big relief because, I mean, although there are elements of my personality quite extroverted, you know, I think we're also introverted too. And there have been so many performances where I've felt like, oh, who am I to get up in front of people? And also our Australian culture can be perhaps a little bit on the side of who do you think you are to do that. And it was a big relief to me to think it's actually, I'm just a facilitator. I'm facilitating an experience and that also helps then when you're interacting with bands too, is that it's about communication and it's about connection rather than about, oh, look at me, how fantastic I am. That said, there are other things that you can do too, so about taking up more space. So when we, because there's a huge technical side of this, is that our nervous system is giving us the same information as if we're in a shark attack. So I don't know if you saw the Mick Fanning shark attack. I've watched that over and over again. Oh my goodness, it's so terrifying. But the same things happen in our body, which for Mick Fanning is that all the blood would have drained from his brain and gone to his major muscle groups of the thighs, the gluteals. Another set of hormones would have been sending off blood to the biceps for punching, so it would have been to get away, to punch. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens to us as performers as well, or if we're cut off in traffic, which means if you understand the basics of volume, if the blood is going to all those places, it's actually leaving your brain. So this is where
I felt like I was going to faint.
Yeah. We've only got a certain amount. And the thing is that as singers, we need to then rely on the instinct of the things that we've practiced and rely that our instincts, that what we've practiced in will be second nature so that we don't have to think about that. And when our adrenaline does come down and we can start to notice things like, oh, there are other people in the room, and that then we're able to be available to those people.
That's really great, Zerafina. So, you know, relying on the instinct of practice. Now, in the moment, though, you know, when you do step on that stage and you really do feel all those hormones going crazy and whatever, is there a particular strategy that you would recommend in that moment?
In that moment, there is always a moment to take a breath.
Yes.
There is always a moment just to breathe and be in the present. Because the thing that stresses us is that we're in the future or the past. And the thing I love about music is we can't really afford to be in the future or the past. It's about the next moment. If you've made a mistake, the thing that happens to us sometimes as performers is that we notice something, and if we ruminate on it, if we go, oh, that was a flat note, you know, which does happen still. I've been singing for over 20 years, and you know, I had some footage last night, and I was like, oh, I'm not sharing that on social media because, yeah, I kind of, I made it in the end, but yeah, that's not, I don't want other people to know about that. Anybody who wasn't there. And I think that's the other thing, is it's about continually growing too. So I've looked at that. I've got some things coming up in Singapore, and they're going to expect me to be good. So I better practice, you know, those things so that I've got there. But in the moment, you have breath. The other thing is you have an opportunity to take up more space. Your body will tell you to take up less space because, again, it's our instinct. It's to protect our internal organs, is to get small. But if we get big, I don't know if any of you have seen the Amy Cuddy power pose stuff. If we actually take up more space, we're sending the message to our body that we're safe and we're confident and we're in control. So taking up more space, taking a breath and taking up more space is a huge.
Fantastic. So breath and more space. I hope you guys are taking all this in because we've got open mic later. Open mic. I'm looking at all of you.